Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clarke on YouTube. Oh no! I can't believe this. I want to say thank you to everybody who has helped repair my heart over the past number of months on this YouTube channel. It has been an incredible experience of mine to be able to create this content for each and every one of you because of the same passions we share in for both Descendants and Zombies. You know how you feel when somebody takes a sledgehammer to your heart and they swing with everything they have and they smash your heart into a million pieces? Well, that's how I felt for the better part of the last 6 months. And each and every one of you have gradually helped put the broken pieces of my heart back together. Thank you so much for that. I just got out of this really confusing and really disastrous relationship with somebody who I thought was a really good friend of mine. And you guys really helped me with that. And I can't thank you enough for that. I want to say thank you from one heart to another for all the support and all the love you have shown this YouTube channel. And you have given me incentive to create these wonderful videos for each and every one of you. And I say wonderful because that's what they are. They are wonderful. They are very powerful. They are very inspiring videos. And they have attracted thousands of people to either hit the like or the subscribe button on this YouTube channel, which was certainly unexpected. You guys made me the voice of Descendants and Zombies, and now you guys are supporting me in a presidential campaign in the 2028 presidential race against Donald Trump, obviously, because if it were up to you, you guys would come out in unison, the Descendants and Zombies fans would, and vote for me as President of the United States. I want you to know that I meant what I said about Clarke political point of view being brought into the conversation, which was completely unnecessary. It really tore the heart out of me, hearing people criticize Clarke for not being a Donald Trump supporter. Just because she's not a Donald Trump supporter does not mean she is a wonderful person. Just because Ruby Rose Turner may feel the same about Donald Trump does not mean that she is a disastrous person. They are wonderful people. And I will forever support them, and I will come out of the corner every single time, swinging with everything I have, ding, 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 let's go, for the people out there who love Clarke as the character Red, who love Ruby Rose Turner as the character Bridget. I have become a better person because of Ruby Rose Turner, and I stand to that. I will forever support Ruby Rose Turner for just how beautiful of a person she is. She has an incredible soul. I wish I could only be just half the person that Ruby Rose Turner is to each and every one of you. And let me just say this. I'm going to miss Ruby Rose Turner dearly, knowing that she's not going to be part of Descendants 5, Wicked Wonderland. I'm going to miss her so much because of just how kind she was. She was deadly sweet. And I think that statements that people put on these graphics like wickedly sweet and just sweet, life is sweeter when you are, is truly an understatement to what kind of person Ruby Rose Turner is and how she really puts into perspective, you know, how much kinder each and every one of us can be. But I am really thankful that I found this niche and I fell into it because you guys are incredibly kind. You are incredibly sweet, and when somebody is hurt like I have been over the last 6 months to a year, you guys know that, and you help me in more ways than I could ever begin to put into words or say thank you for. It's almost as if you don't want to see somebody hurt, you don't want to see somebody going through pain and stuff they can't make sense of, and that's why I say you guys are so incredible, because you have learned from the Descendants and Zombies franchises, which is something that I can never say thank you enough for. I have 3,000 subscribers on this YouTube channel because I was the biggest Descendants fan in the world. Perhaps maybe because I wasn't the biggest Descendants fan in the world, but because each and every one of you shared in the same passion that I had and felt as if I deserved to have 3,000 subscribers. Every single night there is somebody finding these videos. I don't know how you guys are finding them. I guess I should say thank you to the YouTube algorithm for pushing these videos further out into the algorithm every single night. But I love creating this podcast for each and every one of you. But regardless of how you are finding these videos, thank you so much for being here, because I know there are 500 Descendants and Zombies themed videos uploaded to this platform every single day and every single night. I can't compete with them. But for some reason, you guys have made me the voice of Descendants and Zombies. That is obvious. That is very apparent to me. It's become very apparent that there is nobody else out there you would rather hear talking about Descendants and Zombies other than yours truly. I want to say that it has been an honor to be able to talk about Clarke. It's been an honor to be able to talk about Ruby Rose Turner, because I am the biggest fans in the world of these guys, and I am never ever going to quit on them, because each and every one of you, they mean so much to you. Your heart and your soul is pretty much made up of your passion for Clarke and Ruby Rose Turner, a cast that wasn't accepted when we found out that the original cast had told the story and completed it in their own words, and they weren't going to be signing for Descendants 4. So they immediately had to find a new cast. I think something was put on the back burner and planned, and here come Ruby Rose Turner and Kylie Cantrell and Mila Baker and do such a powerful representation of this new generation of Descendants cast, and this whole new generation of Descendants being introduced to a whole new generation of fans. And I think they did an incredible job. I didn't concur with the criticism that was being thrown in the way of the Rise of Red cast. I think that they didn't deserve that. If anything, they deserve support. And they got that from you guys, because you guys don't want to hear the critics saying anything bad about your favorite stars. So because you don't want to hear anything bad about your favorite stars, you are not going to get that from me. You are going to get positive reviews. You are going to get nice reviews of Descendants and Zombies on this YouTube channel. And I will go above and beyond the requirements of any YouTube creator that you see on this platform to say anything but nice things about Descendants and Zombies cast members, because they are beautiful, they are gorgeous, they are powerful, and they are the strongest force in the entire world. They go above and beyond the requirements of any star out there. The actresses are absolutely incredible. Have you seen the gym regimens that they do, lifting the weights all the time? I don't think I've ever seen Ruby Rose Turner or Kylie Cantrell stronger than what they've ever been. And I give them a profound amount of credit for doing dance rehearsals from 7 a.m. in the morning right up until at least, 10 o'clock every night. It is incredible just how much the regimens of these people are absolutely outstanding to me, and I don't think there's any room for criticism. Just because you love Descendants, you love to dress up as your favorite characters from Descendants on Halloween, you feel inspired through their eyes. I never ever wanted to take that away from any of you, and I have no issues in doing this podcast every single day on my YouTube channel for the people who love it so much. There are 10 million people who have subscribed to Descendants throughout social media platforms such as Facebook, such as X, such as Tumblr, such as Instagram, and I am very thankful for each and every one of you, because more times than often enough when I felt like I had nobody, I had each and every one of you that I could jump on this podcast and talk to every single day of my life. I don't know how many of you listened to me, but I felt really lost sometimes, and I went through life with just a few friends, but I always believed, I always had this philosophy that you never really needed a whole lot of friends in life to make it through. You just needed a few really good ones. And as long as you had a few really good friends, there is nothing that you can overcome in this life. There is absolutely nothing that you cannot overcome in this existence, because you have the support, you have the love of those 3 or 4 really good friends, and you can make it through. I always believed that, and that was a piece of advice that I always shared with people every time they would ask me for some advice about life. It really goes to show, how far a person can make it when they really put things into perspective. And you guys saved me. This Descendants and Zombies franchise, this Descendants and Zombies universe, I will never forget you for the profound effect you have had on my life and the impact that you have made. Thank you so much for subscribing to this YouTube channel. Thank you so much for having listened to my voice. I was just a podcaster who started to show up from his parents' basement, which wasn't very big. I didn't have all this technology that I have in front of me now. I had anything but a Logitech Brio 4K camera. I had anything but a professional studio microphone. I had anything but a game chair. I just had a cheap microphone that was really cheap years ago, and I had 2 programs, Winamp and Shoutcast, which I was using simultaneously, which means together, to stream your voice. And one of the greatest challenges as a podcaster is hoping that someone is going to hear your voice and see your podcast, and it was very challenging back then because you were at limitations. You were faced with limitations. You didn't know if anyone was going to hear your voice. You didn't even know if you were going to achieve acceptance. 1999 was a fun time. I will admit that growing up in the 1990s was an incredible experience of mine, witnessing the rise of some of the most popular boy bands of all time, the Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, Eminem. I loved it. I loved it. And Kylie Cantrell always wanted to have the opportunity to grow up in the 1990s. I wish I was in possession of a pocket watch and take her back in the 1990s and experience the 90s the way I did, through the eyes of Kylie Cantrell. I want Kylie Cantrell to know that there is something that can be done about her opinions about Donald Trump and having not been a Donald Trump supporter, and how something can be done about that is if worse comes to worse, I will have to run for President of the United States. I really don't care if I have to move my entire YouTube set into the White House and start addressing the nation every night after 8 p.m. on YouTube. I don't even care if I have to do it off the presidential YouTube channel. I will do that. There's just something about knowing that Kylie Cantrell has been crying herself to sleep for the better part of the past year because of everything that's happening in her life, both personally and professionally, with her relationship, removing herself from an abusive relationship, which I have a tremendous amount of credit for Kylie Cantrell for having done, a tremendous amount of respect. I think she's someone that we can definitely all learn from. And then people coming down on her for referring to her fans as cuties. Let me just say this. If Kylie wants to call me and refer to me as a cutie, she is more than welcome to do it. And I think she should be more than welcome to refer to each and every one of us as cuties, because that's the way for her to say thank you for all the support that we have given her. In less than a year of Kylie Control's rise to superstardom, she had 500,000 views on her YouTube channel, and she had 1 million followers on all social media platforms. That is absolutely incredible. It's a dream of mine to have 500,000 views on this YouTube channel. It is a dream of mine to have the greatest Descendants of Zombies themed YouTube channel in the entire world, the greatest podcast in the entire world, which I'm a long way away from having achieved, but that doesn't mean that I can't get there. I can get there because of each and every one of you. I can remember a time when this YouTube channel had just 6 subscribers, and some of my very first subscribers are still here on this YouTube channel. From my heart to yours, thank you so much. I can remember when this YouTube channel went from 50 subscribers to 100 subscribers. I was there for every single moment of this YouTube channel, moments that I've cherished, and moments that we have cherished in together. I do this show as often as I can. I'll probably come back tonight with another podcast, but I want people like Ruby Rose Turner and Kylie Control to know that I love them dearly, and I'm going to miss Ruby so much in Descendants. I wish Ruby was here every day to help me build game chairs, bake pies for me, and spread her own message of kindness, because she is someone that I have learned from, and I can learn so much more from. With that having been said, there was just something about Ruby's voice that was so satisfying in that song Life is Sweeter When You Are. There was just something about Ruby's voice that was just so satisfying regardless. And I remember being in love with Ruby for the better part of the last 10 years, and I have no regrets for being in love with Ruby Rose Turner for the last decade. She is so incredible, so strong, and she's not afraid of anything, and she's not afraid to express how she feels. That's why she's so quiet on times, and when she's asked opinions about different issues, if you notice anything, she just lets go. And that is something that I have a tremendous amount of respect for Ruby for. I don't really agree with her crush on Justin Bieber. I think she could aspire to have something more out of life, because the only thing Justin is going to do is take her to Best Buy when he finds out she doesn't have a TV, borrow the most expensive TV Best Buy has, which is only a couple of $1,000s, take her home, and set it up for her in her apartment or her house. And I thought to myself, oh my God, what a nightmare. I've got to really get more ships on the graveyard shift and hunt more vampires to win Ruby Rose Turner's heart over from Justin Bieber, although that's a long way away from happening. Who knows? Perhaps Ruby watches this show every single night. I don't know. But if she does watch this show every single night, I want to say thank you, Ruby. Thank you so much for your love and support. I'm sure some of the cast members of Descendants have seen this, because I know for a fact they watch videos on YouTube of themselves, and they have a consistent habit developed of Googling themselves, Binging themselves, YouTubing themselves. So if they are, I want them to know that they will hear nothing but good things from me, yours truly, about Descendants and Zombies, because I've been a fan of it for forever. Perhaps it has something to do with how I was a theater kid all of my life, and I had a hand in stage productions such as Beauty and the Beast, Hamlet, Phantom of the Opera, Romeo and Juliet. I had a whole lot of fun doing it, and of course the best piece of advice that I would give any actress or actor going out on stage on opening night was just go out there and be yourself. Don't necessarily put hours and hours behind your performances, which is always good, but the best way to do it is go out there and perceive yourself for how you want to be perceived, be yourself, and if the audience loves you, they're going to let you know about it, and if they don't love you, they're also going to let you know about it. And I've seen a lot of people go out there and crack under pressure, crash and burn, myself included. I saw a guy once throw his guts up literally 5 minutes away from the biggest performance of his life. He still went out there and did it. Didn't do as good of a job as he thought he was going to do, but that had a lot to do with being overconfident. It was kind of a funny moment. It was kind of like, heh. But he did crash under pressure. And I don't want people to have to crash under pressure. I just want you to go out there and be yourself for whatever passion you share with in this life with your friends or just yourself. Because a lot of passions people have sometimes are taken under consideration as being weird. And people are judged. I know that people fall victim to being judged all the time. More often than enough than I choose to remember, I was tripped up in hallways, called names, made fun of. And I kind of stayed to myself. I wasn't an introvert. I loved going out. I was an extrovert. I loved going out around people. The funny thing was I was made fun of and tripped up all the time, called names. I had everything done to me possible, but I was always an extrovert. I always loved going out and, associating with people. I was a social butterfly all of my life. And, I have a lot of respect for introverts, too, because they feel different about the situation. So regardless of what your situation and or circumstance is, I want you to know that every dream that you have is possible, and you can achieve that dream. And I really don't care what that dream is. I don't care if your dream is to have a boyfriend. I don't care if your dream is to join the cheerleading squad. I don't care if your dream is to be a part of the Descendants cast. Whatever that dream is, aspire to it. Never ever quit on it. Never stop believing in yourself, and you will achieve it, no matter how long it takes you to get to that point in your life. That is what's called a climax. When you get to that point in your life where you have achieved the dream that you've had for perhaps the last 20 years, you will get there. When I wanted to be a podcaster years ago, it seemed very unreachable for me to become a podcaster and so unrealistic. I was a guy that was a real loser. I thought everything I saw on TV was real, from vampire shows to professional wrestling to musicals. I thought everything was real, and I was a very emotional guy. So I'd watch The Sound of Music, or I'd watch Romeo and Juliet, or I'd watch The Notebook, and I'd cry my eyes out of my head. My eyes were always full of tears because the emotion always got the better of me. I saw Wicked last year. It was so emotional. My friends that went with me didn't love it as much, but I was absolutely enthralled by Wicked. I was so inspired by it. Every musical I ever went to the theater to see, from Hannah Montana to Wicked, I loved. And I thought it was so beautiful and so courageous. And the thing is, I want people just to learn from how I feel about it. Hopefully the cops aren't coming for me. I hear the cops there. I haven't said anything wrong, I don't think. Only that I'm running for president of the United States. But the thing is, just aspire to be yourself. Just be yourself, and everything is going to be okay. Everything will be okay, whatever you're going through. I know there are a lot of people that don't want to admit to what they're going through in their personal struggles, but I know that everything is going to be okay, and that's the message of Descendants, especially about how Red wasn't seeing acceptance from her mother. I know the Queen of Hearts is someone who is very difficult to be accepted by, and one of the most annoying villains of all time. But I mean, that's what the opening number of Descendants was, about acceptance, and how Red wanted to be herself, rather than being seen as someone through her mother's eyes, and what her mother had planned for her. And then, of course, Ruby Rose Turner, of course, portraying the young Queen of Hearts, demonstrated what kind of profound effect bullying can have on all of us, and it can really have a profound effect. It can really change our perspective on life. We're wondering if we're accepted. We're wondering if people are going to love us, or they truly love us, or they're saying things behind our back. I don't think we need to really worry about that. What we really need to focus on is what we want to achieve out of life. I know there are a lot of considerable factors holding us back. Peer pressure is one of them. But I want you to know everything is going to be okay, especially those who are, graduating this year. You've got your whole life ahead of you, and you shouldn't let what happened to you through your high school experience hold you back from achieving your goals and your dreams. Feel inspired. Go for whatever you want to go for, and something will happen. Something will happen that will prosper you, that will benefit you, and you will become a stronger person because, but trust me, you will be a stronger person, and you will thank me for everything that I've said here on this YouTube channel. I've loved being involved with theater. If there were two guys in the theater room every year in school, it was me. I was one of those guys, and I was just always supportive of every project we ever did, every drama festival we ever put off, and I had to work with a lot of idiots. I had to work with a lot of idiots who thought that their own shit didn't stink. And they thought they were the best. And oftentimes, because they thought they were the best, they would go out on stage, the audience would hate their guts, and they would let them know about it, and they couldn't understand why. Well, if you would have just went out there and been yourself, rather than perceiving yourself for someone that you actually weren't, then you probably would have, succeeded more in your, aspirations in life than what you did. And that's the same thing about a relationship, too. Oftentimes, guys will choose their own life over a girl that they should be prioritizing. I want you to know, if you're someone watching these videos with a broken heart, everything will be okay. He just can't make sense of just how valuable you are to have in his life. And if he can't see that, if he can't see how special of a person you are, then perhaps you should leave him. Perhaps it is time for you to take your own feelings in your own life and to put that into perspective and put yourself first. You have to remove yourself from a situation, regardless if it's abusive or not, or you're not feeling accepted by your friends or your boyfriend. He just can't see how valuable you are to him and how valuable you are to this life. Because I will tell you something. I'm the sweetest guy ever, and I believe that girls are what makes the world make sense, or helps the world make sense at least. They help us put everything into perspective. Without girls, guys are just idiots living in a world that makes no sense. And I know that a lot of guys aren't going to tell you that, but if they aren't going to tell you that, at least you've got me to remind you of it every day on this podcast. Because you are special, you are important, and that is what Descendants and Zombies has tried to instill in all of our minds, is that no matter what circumstances we are faced with, regardless of our situation, we are stronger people together. And I know this because you guys could have quit on me years ago. For the better part of the last 10 years, within the first 5 of my career, you guys could have quit on me. And for the last 30 years that I've been podcasting, you guys could have quit on me no matter what niche I fell into, regardless of it. But you guys never ever quit on me, and I can't say thank you enough for that, because I realize the passion that we share in is stronger than ever. We're feeling obviously motivated by it. We're feeling inspired through the music of Descendants, which is incredibly beautiful. The scores for The Rise of Red were incredibly beautiful, which is why I'm even more excited for the music in Descendants 5, Wicked Wonderland, to see where we go from here with that. Because the songs like Live Sweeter, When You Are, Fight of Our Lives, Get Your Hands Dirty were very different from the original score of Descendants. But having said that, They were still very powerful songs with their own very unique messages for Chloe, for Red, for Bridget. They all had their own individual song, which was used to introduce us to the character and what they were going to all be about. But I've been crying myself to sleep every night that Ruby, knowing that Ruby is not going to be a part of Descendants 5. Man, Ruby, where did you go? Hopefully by Descendants 6, if time travel finds its way back into the script and is necessary, we will see Ruby again. But I've been crying myself to sleep every single night knowing she's not going to be part of the franchise anymore. Her reign in the franchise may have been short-lived, but the impact that she had on all of our hearts, especially mine, because I'm in love with Ruby for forever, will never ever be forgotten. I don't know how I'm going to live without Ruby Rose Turner, a beautiful person with such a beautiful soul. And I look forward to future projects and endeavors for Ruby, because I think there is so much that has yet to be seen from her, and so many characters in Descendants that we have yet to see their introduction into this franchise, which is being done to secure the future of it. I want you guys to know that I'm going to do my best to try to keep these two respective franchises alive, regardless of its zombies, regardless of its Descendants. I will do my best to keep it alive, and I will give you the best commentaries and best analogies that I can possibly do as a podcaster. I put $5,000 behind this YouTube channel, so I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. 7.5 years ago, I thought my career was over. I thought I had said what I wanted to say. I thought my story had been complete. But my story is far from over, and if Uma's haunting words reign true about how one can't expect to mess with the fabric of time and not expect consequences and get away with it, you didn't think this was the end of the story now, did you? Perhaps we should see where this podcast takes us on this incredible magic carpet ride that we are all on. We still have a long way to go. I don't think we should believe the story is far from over, because it isn't over. There is still much more of a story to be told. No matter how many times the original cast will tell you that they told the story and completed it, there's always another opportunity to write another chapter, regardless of its title and regardless of how far we go with it. I want to say thank you guys for being my best friends, becoming my best friends, and the ones that I tell everything to on this podcast, because there were a lot of girls in my life that I couldn't make sense of. They couldn't make sense of me for the passions that I had with Descendants and Zombies, and I've had my heart broken more times than enough. But guys, thank you so much for just being here, having been a part of my life for as long as what you have been, because I don't know if I could do it without you. I never ever thought this YouTube channel would see 5 subscribers, let alone 2,500 subscribers that have been put up on this YouTube channel. It is absolutely incredible. It blows my mind every single time how you guys really believe that life is sweeter when you are. A very powerful message, a bubblegum type song that's been stuck in my head for forever. I can't get it out of my head, and I can't thank you guys enough for just, loving this YouTube channel as much as what you have. I honestly don't know where I would be without each and every one of you. So if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, I would love for you to be a part of this community. I would love for you to be a part of this channel and experience it the way that it was meant to be experienced. To have fun, to be yourself, and more importantly, to know that everything is going to be okay. Because there are a lot of idiots in this world, a lot of idiot guys that will tell you that everything is not going to be okay because you can't survive without them. Yes, you can survive without them. You can survive without them. They tell you that because they want you to feel as if you can't survive without them. You're the stronger one. You're the one that makes the choice that will make you stand out amongst the crowd. So make the right choice. And if you feel as if it's not right for you, then remove yourself from that situation. Take yourself out of it. Because that's what the Descendant Stars will want for you. If you feel inspired by these Descendant Stars and you see yourself through the eyes of, say, Bridget, then do what Bridget would have wanted you to do. Do what your favorite star would have wanted you to do. Do what I would have wanted you to do, and remove yourself from the situation and come out on the other side of the spectrum feeling stronger than ever before. Because you are a strong person, and sometimes you've really got to flex those muscles and know how important, how critical of a role you play in this world, and I know you do. And I know that my heart has always been here with this YouTube channel, and it will never ever go away. So with that being said, I want to say thank you so much to everybody. I've got a Descendants video for us all to watch. So what do you say we watch that together? The birds are out this morning. They join me every morning after 8:30, and it's a little after 9 a.m. this morning. It's not even 9:01 yet, and I've already got this podcast out. So what do you say we watch this tribute, or this video rather, about a Descendants cast member, and let's have a whole lot of fun doing it. By the way, guys, if you have not hit the subscribe button, you're going to want to do that and show your support for this incredible journey that we have all experienced together.
I know it's early. Can you give me a little something on this song? Just
Oh, shoot, like a little acoustic?
Yeah, a little acoustic.
She's putting me on the spot.
A little acoustic.
Okay, girl. Oh, if I could be a boy for a day, I would play hop just like video games. Okay, that's a little bit. It's early.
Kylie.
Kylie Control's music is absolutely beautiful, and she is just gorgeous. She takes my breath away every single time, and I mean that. And you guys never cease to amaze me. The incredible amount of support and love that you have shown this YouTube channel since its launch on August 5th, 2024 has been nothing short of unparalleled. I have never, ever seen anything quite like this in my entire life. It's been an experience that I will never, ever forget, and it happened because of each and every one of you. Not because I was a YouTube creator that aspired to create Descendants and Zombies videos, because you guys could have never found these videos, you could have never clicked on my thumbnails, and you could have never engaged with me, but you did. Thank you so much for that, because there are 500 Descendants and Zombies videos uploaded to this platform every single night, and you guys find me every single time. And you always hit the subscribe button, which I can't emphasize enough that you have to do to push these videos further out into the algorithm. The more that you hit the subscribe button, the more that you hit the like button, the more that you take a chance on this channel and you take a chance on me, and you continue to show that outpouring of love and support. There's nothing that I can't do in this world, and I can't do it without each and every one of you. Everything is going to be okay because we share the same moon. We look at the same moon every single night. And I want you to know, no matter what you're going through, everything is going to be okay. Why, you may ask? Why, you may be wondering? Because it has to be. It has to be that way, and we have to help each other. That's what we're put on this earth to do, is help each other. And if we can help each other make sense of everything happening around us, we're all going to be okay. I have never had the best of luck in relationships. I've had my heart broken more times than enough. But even though I've had my heart broken more times than enough than I choose to remember, I know that at the end of every situation, every circumstance that I've been faced with, every single day of my life, I still have each and every one of you, and I can never see myself thanking you enough for that. Thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of your life. Thank you so much for allowing me to be the voice of Descendants and Zombies, and having made me that over the better part of the last 10 years. It has been an experience that I will never, ever forget. We all share the same moon, and everything is going to be okay. Why? Because it has to be. I will return tonight, actually. I will be back tonight with another podcast. I don't know what I'm going to talk about, but I have a whole lot of fun putting these podcasts together for you. So I will return at some point tonight with another video. Who knows what we're going to talk about, how much fun we are going to have, but I hope you will join me for that. And we will experience Descendants and Zombies in a whole new light again tonight. Until then, be kind to one another and spread your own message of kindness. I have faith in you. I know you will do that, because there's somebody out there just waiting to hear the words "I love you," because there is never enough kindness spread in this world. So let's go make a difference, and let's do that right now. Take the opportunity upon ourselves to do just that. Until tonight, bye YouTube. We will do this again in just a couple of hours.